the last month's been really, really good for you, hasn't it? Suddenly you've found a path into the Premier League team, started 4 of the last 5 games. Do you want the season to end? It seems to be just...
It's been a long season. But, yeah, like you said, I'm really enjoying football right now. Playing a lot in the Premier League. Most appearances this season ever and most goals. So it's been a good season for me, despite the fact that I've had injuries and I wasn't playing at the start of the season, but I think I've improved a lot. So all in all, I can say it's been a good season.
You've made more Chelsea appearances this year now than you had in all the years before that. So you've had to be very patient and resilient, really, to get your chance. Is that something you've had to learn over the years, or has that always been part of your makeup?
I think I've had to learn it, definitely. I think in the academy I was always a starter, always playing every game when I was fit. And then as soon as I moved into the first team, it was like not playing. And I had to, learn how to train well every day, have that mentality of, knowing you might not play, but you still have to improve in training. That's the only way you're going to improve. So for me, I've, built that up over a number of years. And it got to the point where, I kind of needed to play, and that's when I chose to go on loan to Palace, which I got, some really good experience there, what it's like to play in the Premier League. And I think this season it was about, using that, but also, being confident and knowing I can play in the Premier League just to play at Chelsea.
And the fans have been rooting for you the whole way. There's even kind of a nickname come up for you now, the Lewis and Ballack. What are your thoughts? I don't know if you've been asked about this.
No, I haven't. No, it's really, I think that's a massive compliment to be, associated with Ballack. I saw him play at Chelsea, and he was a wonderful, commanding central midfield player. Something that I try to be as well, or look to improve to be. So for me to be associated with him is great for me.
The manager's called you a complete midfielder in the last few months. Says you've really improved tactically, defensively. Have you felt that on the pitch, that you've been adding things to your game all season?
Yeah, and he obviously spoke to him at the start of the season, and he was saying I'm more offensive, and he thinks I can be a complete midfield player, and I need to improve on that side of the game if I want to play regularly. So I worked hard on that all season, really, and I can see it coming out in the games for myself as well. Getting more tackles, being in the right position more. And that's what a consequence of him playing me now. So that's been good.
Sarri's style of football has kind of divided the fan base to an extent. There have been some fans that haven't been quite with it this season. But you've got to, on the brink of maybe 2 finals, top 4 now. Do you feel personally and maybe as a group that it seems to be coming together on the pitch?
Yeah, I think you can definitely see at times we've played some really top football, and the football is flowing, and we create chances really easily when we're playing well, and that's obviously down to the manager and what he's tried to drill into us, through the season. It's always difficult when a new manager comes in and you have to learn, you play a different formation firstly, and the tactics. So. We've worked hard on that all season, and at times you can see it coming out. So it's only a matter of time, I think, before we nail it, and we can play game after game after game and play well.
And Jorginho is kind of like the symbol of that on the pitch. Has occasionally suffered a little bit. Some fans have given him some stick, but he seems to have kept his performance level up and been quite big for the team in the last few games. How impressed have you been with how he's dealt with it? Not just the criticism he's had, but first season, a new league, new team, new culture.
Yeah, firstly, that's I've not had my experience of going to a different league and playing, but I can imagine it's really hard. New language. It's probably an uncomfortable feeling, but credit to him. But I think most fans don't see how good Giorgio is. I think because he's not eye-catching, he does the simple thing, but it's so effective for us as a team. You know, he helps bring play together, and he's kind of everything goes through him. And when we play well, Jojo plays well. So I think he's a massive player for our team.
And as a midfielder particularly, is he someone who just makes the game easier for